value trades. An economy's consumer price index, or CPI, is a key economic indicator and, when the figures are announced each month, that economy's currency value may fluctuate and create volatility in the markets. CPI figures are released each month and show us the change in prices to the consumer. Goods and services included in the CPI calculation basket are divided into 8 main groups: food and beverage, housing, clothing, transportation, medical care, recreation, education, and communications, and other goods and services. These groups are also divided into more than 200 smaller groups, which include about 80,000 items in the case of the U.S. Consumer Price Index. Most economies also look at what is called the core CPI, which does not include food, alcohol, tobacco, and energy, which can be volatile and seasonal. When the news is released, whether month-on-month or year-on-year, market volatility may be caused not by the nature of the results, but by how far off they are from analysts' expectations. CPI is not only important for its indication of general cost of living, it indicates a rise or fall in inflation. Likewise, a rise or fall in inflation can lead a central bank to consider raising or lowering interest rates to compensate. Therefore, these figures are important drivers of the value of its component currency. The economies which we watch the most for CPI-related movements are the UK, Canada, and the United States, of course. All economies use CPI data, but not all affect their currencies as much as these do. The European Union, for example, is made up of many countries who all report CPI at different times of the month, and the figures are diverse and diluted. Here we have a situation where UK CPI missed analyst expectations by only 0.2% from 2.6%. The pound fell dramatically and quickly against the US dollar and all the crosses. If we look at the bigger picture, we see that the pound was already in a downtrend, the news went in the same direction, retraced, and then continued bearish. In this case, using technical analysis after the news gave us some good trading opportunities. Here we have a situation on the Canadian dollar where Canadian CPI, month-on-month, year-on-year, and core CPI were much better than predicted, and the loonie gained well over 70 pips during the first minute. Just after the news was released, the spreads widened and finally settled down after 7 minutes. If we back out to the 1-hour chart on dollar CAD, a few days later we can clearly see that the news had helped break this double top into this key level where price ranged between 2 key levels, then continued its downtrend. Just to recap, Consumer Price Index looks at the changes in price overall of goods and services to the consumer. When trading CPI, the difference between the actual figure and the predicted figure will drive the markets. When CPI changes, this may affect inflation or deflation, which in turn may indicate future changes in interest rates. That's all for now. Happy trading with value trades, and we will see you soon. CFDs and FX are leveraged products, and your capital may be at risk.